B Square Commissioner's Desk.
Late Commissioner's Desk.
Playoff edition, post vacation.
We getting it together, y'all. So first, there was a lot of videos, a lot of rebuttal, a lot of makeshifts and whatnot. Would you like to say anything to any of those videos that came out?
I had a list, but I have since the week has progressed, the last 2 weeks, I misplaced my list. I had a couple things I wanted to address, and I don't remember everything. So I do want to note that I want to correct some facts that were incorrectly stated in some videos. Shout out to Mr. Take My Picture and the toilet paper team. Shout out to them for making videos. Again, I'm very pleased with their production.
You just ain't going. Okay.
The physical therapies, Mr. PTs, the physical therapist, and then the special guest. Oh, Mr. Take My Picture had a special guest.
Yes.
Shout out to her.
Yes.
We call her Twin.
Yes.
So,
I will say.
Wait,
before you go on, I will say, I died with those clips.
Can I finish my statement?
I'm sorry.
Okay, you can say what you want to say.
All right.
So, again, like I said on the chat, I was anticipating the good production from these other people because I do this stuff. I'm only using my phone and the free things that are available to me out there in the world. I wasn't using any equipment, just my good old Note 10, 20, whatever this is, and some couple of little software things I can download for free and put this thing together. I ain't doing no real major editing. So shout out to the editing work that was done out there. I don't have the time. So if you got the time to do that, great. God bless you. But I do want to note that there was a couple of things said in the 22-minute video that were inaccurate.
I thought it was 34.
Initially said that, but it was wrong. But I never called I Like Honey Buns a bye week. When we interviewed him, I said, they're calling you a bye week. I asked the question on the chat when they said a bye week. I said, who's the bye week team y'all keep talking about? And then it was put out there by Phil's son.
I thought it was Roy's Remarkable called him a bye week.
No, Phil's son said it.
Okay.
Because he was playing him that week, I believe. And he called him a bye week. I asked him who it was, and he called him a bye week. Then I asked I Like Honey Buns directly. They out here calling you a bye week. He said, I don't get into the chat back and forth. I never called him a bye week. Who I did call a bye week, my friend, Mr. Seminole, who didn't show up but for 3 weeks. And the other nerd that called me last week.
Like and he number 14, but go ahead.
Right. It didn't call me like he ain't missed nothing in the world. Just like, how you doing? Like, where you been at for 17 weeks, sir? Anyway, I did call him a bye week. And I wanted to get his name changed. So let's get that fact straight. And I'm
sure you stand by that, as he is 4-10.
Who?
Seminoles.
Yeah. But I mean, like I said, and I also addressed that throughout the season as well, that he was busy opening his business and that, whatever. We even spotlighted him and his business, put his website out there and all that for him and his wife. All that. I respected I Like Honey Buns when I faced him the first time, because we interviewed him before that. We talked about it. And I said, I'm going to try to beat you, whatever. I never called him a bye week.
And he said, I cheated.
He said, you cheated, whatever. We had that whole conversation. And then if I'm able to do this, now I'm going to try to upgrade my little editing game, since everybody else put this, the toilet paper king and all that. Toilet paper king. Look at there. Out there doing videos and everything.
Tim, don't start no business called Toilet Paper King. You tell you something.
He might. Nephew might do it.
You need 5% for that.
Nephew think he is Jamaican out here making videos and making different jobs. And
I ain't mad at him. Get your hustle on.
So when we interviewed him, we spoke and we challenged each other, whatever, and said what we said. And then the second time around, facing him, whatever. We are going to do a banquet, so to speak, to get together and once everything is final. Most likely, probably be around playoff time.
We're going to try. Look, this pandemic and these variants is doubling and carrying on.
Very true.
So we're going to try. We're going to see what it allows us to do.
And
God willing and the creek don't rise.
Yeah. And I'm going to address this one little statement about this taking him out versus steak dinner situation.
I heard what I heard. You definitely go and say what I wanted to say, but go ahead.
Taking him out and he can turn into a steak dinner and all that. Well, listen here, Mr. Take My Picture. There's a restaurant week coming up. Let's see if we can do something like that. We go out as a couples.
Pick your steakhouse. Let's go.
We'll go out and have a little fun. If again, pandemic situation bearing all that, we'll figure it out. But that's my guy. I know what's on my list. Speaking of the video, when I said I was going to beat him in the first week and guarantee the win and all that, one mistake that I made, and I should have made the statement after he beat me.
I mean, there's a lot of times you said you made a mistake because he replayed it in the video. But go ahead.
That's fine. Another thing that I should have done, he came to our church that Sunday, and I was up top doing my production stuff for the church. He was down below on the second row. He went from one side to the other side. I seen him. I should have addressed him in person and said to him, "You gonna lose, I guarantee it." In person, I should have said that, but I didn't. I should have said that. Absolutely. You see, look at him like that. I'm telling you what I should have did.
But it didn't end well.
That's fine.
For you.
That's fine. What I should have did as a man was should have addressed him directly and said, "I'm going to beat you and I guarantee it," to his face is what I should have did. And then if he beats me, cool.
So basically you was going to stand 10 toes down.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. That's the mistake I made. I should have went up to him and I meant to go down there, but he got away from me. Something else happened. And that was one of the first weeks we got back into the church at pandemic and all that. So I should have did that, and I didn't get a chance to see him that week. And then I sit there and lost.
Well, you done?
Go ahead and see what you got to say.
All right. So I enjoyed the first 8 minutes. You kind of lost me after that, but the first 8 minutes,
he gave me the sermon I've been asking for all season.
You finally got into a sermon.
That's not the sermon I wanted, though.
No, it wasn't, because it came at you right quick.
That's fine. That's fine.
Well, hold on. But let me tell you something, Jeremy. Don't be using me to talk about my husband, because I very, very clearly asked him repeatedly, but are you going to be in the playoffs? Are you going to win? And Jeremy just kept on repeating it. And I said, oh, no. But it was hilarious. And I said what I said, so you right to keep on repeating it. But I said, oh, no, babe, he using me towards you. He did that video.
You've been doing that all season. If you go back and watch the very first week video, you egged on a lot of this drama.
I ain't egged on nothing. See, here's the thing. You sound like the people on reality TV and say the editing did this.
I didn't say that.
You said what you said, and he rolled the tape.
I did not.
And that's what you did. And what I said was, all of the flack that you've gotten all season,
that's fine,
is well deserved because you run your mouth.
That is fine. I got no problem with that. What I said was,
you run your mouth.
The first week. Again, it's the first week.
You said he wasn't going to make it. You said he wasn't going to win. You said he wasn't going to make the playoff. He did both of those.
I said he wasn't going to make the playoff.
We'll get into what happened after that in a second.
Okay. I said he wasn't going to make the... Initially, I said he wouldn't make the playoff with that roster.
What's his name?
Whose name?
Jay Dizzo in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. He changed his name to that. I said what I said. It's been recorded.
Yeah.
It's been stated.
It's been replayed.
And I replayed. I don't stand down from it.
Okay.
I said what I said. I said what I said week in and week out. This is another thing that was on my notes. The reason behind all of that was because I'm smart. Here, let me say this in addition to that. There was a question in the toilet paper gang put a question out there. If you don't make the playoffs, can you be the commissioner? Absolutely. I run this thing. And without the commissioner, this thing goes down. Being a commissioner doesn't guarantee me a spot in the playoffs. But however, being a commissioner also need to drive the league as it's going. to keep it going. So yes, when I go
you
out here,
edging people on purpose.
absolutely.
So, but then when I edge you, edge it on for you, then
That's
it's
different.
wrong.
That's different. That's in the house. That's in the house. That's video. It was on video. It's different. I'm doing stuff for the
You
league
was
purposes.
on video telling everybody you was gonna kick my ass, and you lost that damn game too.
I did. Listen, I do things
What
for the
is up with
sake.
your little bamboo necklace?
I'm still in Hawaii.
Shut up,
See my hat?
y'all. I can't with
See
him.
my hat?
Who want to take him home?
I'm still on vacation. So listen, as a commissioner, it is my responsibility to make sure that the league runs smoothly without any problems or any hiccups, and then also to keep energy going, to keep the energy going so that everybody's interacting. So it's sometimes the initial I guaranteed the victory at first. That was just me thinking I'm gonna win because his roster. Mm-hmm. Then I said he wasn't gonna make the playoffs with that roster. Is what I initially said. From there, it kept going, and then it wasn't like I was getting any responses to it, besides a few people. Mm-hmm. So I kept doubling down to generate more responses, and then
so
finally,
what you're saying is they made you do it?
No, not them. This is what you have to do for the league.
Okay.
So then I was like, okay, let me go ahead and go in a little further. Eventually, he's going to see it. And it's going to generate more energy. Mm-hmm. Now, of course, when I'm generating this energy, I'm anticipating. I stood behind it. I'm anticipating winning and getting in the playoffs, as well as him not getting in. If that happens in a way,
run it back.
What?
You anticipated him getting in.
No, I said I anticipated me getting in and him not getting in.
Got it.
So it means that if I do that, I'm predicting this, and I can say, "Oh, I told you we're gonna make the playoffs in week 1." You know what I'm saying? But it always don't fall like that, and that's fine. Sure I'm cool with that. But again, what I did and what I said generated what the league needed. Mm-hmm. Did the league 2 years ago, when it was silent in the league, and Team Waller won, and nobody really knows that he beat me in the finals?
I know.
Well, you don't know. He got a ring, and
you didn't.
I didn't. I came in second place that year. But there was no interaction that year. Last year we had a little bit of interaction, but it wasn't that big. This year there was a lot of interaction. Mm-hmm. I'm in another league. The other league is talking about, it was a great year. It was so competitive. The league was boring. The people were making comments that were stupid. They don't comment for 3 weeks. They barely make it. They back into the playoffs, and all of a sudden, it was a great year. No, it wasn't.
Focus on longer shot.
I'm giving you facts. You're trying to direct me. I'm giving you facts. So, again, as a commissioner, I'm also trying to keep the energy up, keep things going. Now, we have our own other people. We have our own little antagonists, like Phil's son, who keeps things going. He does his role. Yeah, he does his role. Then you have nephew who does when he doesn't win, he doesn't show up at all. He doesn't.
Oh my goodness!
So again,
y'all bad losers.
Everybody has their role.
Phil's son and bad season for you.
But then you have
y'all bad losers. Y'all sore losers.
Ricky on the Run and all that, who plays his role, who's a very, very good competitor.
He's all right with me. Ever since he made that boy named Phil's son, he's all right with me.
He's a very good competitor. He's competing every single week, and he has his role in trying to make sure that he's trying to win. Mm-hmm. Same thing with I Love Honey Buns. I like Honey Buns. Chiefs Texans. Team Waller. All these people are here. They have their roles, and you have to have those people in the league.
What was Donnie Chiefs' role? Because he was quiet. He was
a donator. That's what he called himself, a donor. He donated his money to the pot. That's what he said. Now that's not any sauce. He said that directly.
He did say that.
So again, his role just contributor this year is what he said.
We appreciate your contribution.
Yeah. So that is my commissioner's statement to the league. You're welcome for the exciting league this year. Go ahead with your little comments.
I have no comments. So anyway, after Jay Dizzo, at that time he was he was B&B Hayes' assassin. After he put you out of the playoff, then week 15, you had him playing Bad Season for You, which was a repeat game, and Bad Season for You took it home.
Unfortunately, because he beat him twice, he was in an unfortunate position to try to beat him for the third time and to try to keep a 4-game winning streak on the line, which is very hard to do in fantasy football. Again, if you play this thing, it's very hard to have a winning streak like that. And then it just caught him. He just caught up to him where he was due a loss, and it caught up to him at the right time. He should have lost, and he said it even on the chat. He should have lost 2 weeks ago to Brandon Waller. He thought Brandon Waller didn't think he had a chance, but Brandon Waller had a great game and almost pulled it out, and then didn't in the end. So, same thing about that other game you're about to talk about.
Yep. What other game?
Go ahead. You said yeah. Keep talking.
So the other quarterfinal, somebody had a lot to say in the chat group. And that's their Phil son.
Playing his role.
Playing his role, as he does, antagonized. And he said, you saw the what is the projected. You should just go ahead and sit down.
Right.
I was projected to lose. I was projected that I only had 30% chance. But what he hadn't factored in is I hadn't arranged my team yet.
I've been saying that all season.
So that didn't work out for him. So Phil's son fell to defeat to Royal Shockers.
And again, he was on a 7-game winning streak. Hard to maintain that.
He's only said one thing since then.
He had, I think he said, I don't remember that.
He only said one thing, and what he said was, what a season.
He went on a 7-game winning streak to get him into the playoffs, because before that winning streak, he was on the outs. And that was, I did not predict him going 7 straight games, but the cookie crumbled that way, and then he didn't have enough stamina to get to the end.
Well, Bad Season for You made the statement in the chat group that the trade ended them in a one and done.
Both of them.
So while they are excited that the trade got them to the playoffs,
let me go back and address that with Mr. Take My Picture. In his video, he stated how, the things I said or whatever, when it pushed him on and carried him on to the, get into the playoffs.
He acted like he was the devil.
The only thing that I didn't like about the video was the fact of it's 14 teams out there. Mr. Seminole didn't participate necessarily, so we'll say 13 or 13 and a half. I don't believe there was any other team out there or person that didn't come into this thing saying, I want to win it all. I believe he came into the situation, being his first season. I'm not going to be wrong. Being his first season, he just wanted to compete, see how it goes. I'm going to do this thing. Everybody, I'm going to do it.
Right.
He wasn't anticipating trying to win the whole thing. If you ask Ricky on the Run what his intentions was, you ask Roy Remarkable what his intention was, Chiefs, Texans, bad season for you, or whatever his name is now. Nephew's been saying it for 3 seasons. This is my year.
It's my year.
And he's now trying to get to this being his year this year. I don't think anybody other competitor has said, I'm happy
trying to win. I was just happy to play.
I'm happy to get to the playoffs. He truly was, once he got to the playoffs, he was kind of content with that. If he doesn't win, that's fine. Bad season for you changed his name to Bad Season for You because of the fact that he's thinking this is his chance. He's got the thing lined up. He said it
multiple times. He said,
I got this thing lined up.
He said next up, and he was like, let's go. He ready to win.
So I think that was one of, if I had to say what his
Jay Dizzo.
Yeah, his downfall this week is that he wasn't in this thing to win it all. He's in this thing just this season. He's in this thing just to compete, for right now. Like
it became proving a point.
Well, that's true too. That's fine. But I think everybody else had different intentions.
But you always said that you was an influencer. You motivate people.
There you go.
I don't know why I'm egging you on. You don't need no help. Yeah, I'm sorry.
But I believe if you ask the people that are the new rookies to this league, what they said, when I asked Roy Remarkable to join the league, his first statement was, I won the league last season. If you ask...
It was a warning statement.
Right.
You sure?
At the wedding, I spoke to Ricky on the Run's wife, and she said he take this thing very serious. Then I heard he had a draft board, 5 different draft boards set up or whatever for each individual league he was in. He's taking this thing serious. He putting time in.
Right.
And again, that's the reason why I think that...
But we did speak about Jay Dizzo being booked and busy. So he might not have had that intel time to have the 5 boards.
Right.
He was playing because we needed another team.
He came in
very
and
tight.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that very much. He came in and he had a good season.
Yeah.
Based on what his goal was, what I personally think his goal was. And he accomplished that, if that's what I think, if I'm correct.
Why I almost did but you said he was a D-, D-, D-.
And you see, that's the thing. You pulled that D- comment, which for 3 seasons I've been trying to tell y'all that doesn't mean anything. But every time,
but you made it mean something on the first insert here. How about you do what he did? Insert what you said. What you said was he ain't gonna have a good season because he drafted bad.
That's correct. Because
and then
of the fact
he uses 20 things to turn his team around.
That's what I said.
In a trade. That's
what I said about his draft is because of the fact that, again, I didn't know that he had never played fantasy football before. So when he drafted as he said in this video, when he drafted his players, he drafted based on football itself, not the fantasy aspect of it.
We sit around in a circle and be like, "Hi, my name is Ben, and this is my 4th year."
No, I'm saying the fact of the way his draft strategy. If you ask anybody in this league to look at the draft and go back and look at the draft, and they say which one of these teams are going to win, that was not the one they were going to pick.
Maybe you need to do an intro video so that anybody new joining the league has an intro video on how the league is set up.
No. Because what I did do was when he joined the league, as soon as he paid, I sent him a direct message and said, "Hey, take the time to look at the league rules so you'll know about how to do things or whatever, what the league is set up under." That's out there, public knowledge. It's there right now. That didn't change. That doesn't change until we change it each season, which we'll be having a league meeting because somebody says about the 20 moves and all that. So we're going to address that here in a little bit. What's that?
Nothing. I was laughing at you saying somebody addressed the 20 move. And I was just, Ricky on the Run didn't.
He didn't appreciate
I put him on a blast. He's like, I need one move.
Yeah, he appreciated. In the interview, he said that as well.
Mm-hmm.
The reason for the 20 moves
is because Phil's son did too much.
I don't know if it's just Phil's son, but
that's the last person I remember doing way too much.
He had like 45 moves one year.
Yes.
It don't take all that. Again, I'm in another league that you get 6 moves only, and here it is, we in the playoffs, and somebody got 2 moves left.
It makes it more competitive.
You have to manage a little differently and think about it a little differently, and that's why when the statement came out again, while rookies don't fail, because it takes a little bit of time to adjust to what the rules are in our league. So we can look at that. There's also been talks of adding 2 more teams to the league, which would change the dynamic of the free agent pool. It's going to be hard to come up with 20 moves when there ain't nobody out there you want to pick up. Like, it's going to be an emergency situation only. So the 20 moves may not even be a factor if we add 2 more teams. But that's how I think we'll address that down the line.
I don't want to add 2 more teams, but go ahead.
I'm on the fence right now about that.
All right. In the consolidation round, I don't think that was right. Consolation. I was like, that's not the right word. Chiefs Texans beat Bear tight.
Again, 2 people that are still even at the end, they still trying to win a game.
Mm-hmm. And then water only, please. And then Rookie on the Run beats I Like Honey Buns.
Rookie on the Run. Uh-huh.
Bless his little heart. So that is all for week 15. Because we're doing this late, we're already in week 16, so let's get into it.
The NFL did that to us too.
Yeah, they had way too many games.
On Tuesday they had games, and they had 2 games going on, and we had the time to do the video, but it made no sense when there was 2 active games going on. Now, granted, our games were decided, but those other, the preliminary rounds were not,
right. They
were still going on. But I didn't feel comfortable saying X by Z won before the game was over.
Even though bad season for you and Royal Shockers, we had it in the bag come Monday. So Tuesday wasn't really a factor for us. It was only a factor for those that would be playing for the consolation quarterfinals. All right.
So
So week 16,
we're on to the next.
semifinals. We on to the next.
COVID has struck again.
Look, okay, just when we think it's dying down, the variant says, nope. So it'll be interesting if games get delayed or what happens on this. So some of the people that we think is going to win may not win because they have too many people that have COVID. Or injuries, because injuries haven't been the best either.
That's the thing about the end of the season. You have those injuries that come up and you try to mitigate those issues, but COVID is different. We made a bold statement like the NFL did. Mm-hmm. We're not going to have any COVID dictated rules. And at the end of the season here, I believe that was a bad decision for us as co-commissioners. Would you agree?
Yeah. But, we don't know what to expect with the whole COVID thing. And
I apologize to the league on behalf of the commissioners that we don't know, of course, but I don't think it's fair in competitive nature to be penalized and lose a game in the playoffs based on what COVID did to the NFL and NFL did. Unfortunately, I don't think it really dictated any of the outcomes. Mm-mm. But
not yet, anyway.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, now it's lingering.
It's very interesting. I know Travis Kelce is out currently, and bad season for you has him.
But Team Waller also has Tyreek Hill, so that kind of swaps.
But again, like I said, you want to have your best on the field at this time of the year. Just like the NFL does when they get to play in playoffs. But it would be unfortunate to somebody to lose based on COVID being an issue. But it's a factor of the world, and we're all dealing with it. But a loss is a loss. So come next week this time, we'll have somebody in the championship, and we'll see what happens.
So right now, it'll be Royal Shockers versus Roland's team, with Roland's team being number 1, and Royal Shocker was number 6 in the regular season. And then you have bad season for you. So 2 and 5 will play. These are both repeats from week 3 and 6, where the winners was bad season for you and Royal Shockers.
Now, as a commissioner that's on the outside looking in, mm-hmm. The bad week for you, or bad season for you, and Team Waller mm-hmm. was supposed to be one of the big playoff games last season until bad seasons got knocked off.
Right.
But then it turned around that Team Waller got knocked off as well. Mm-hmm. So they didn't get to face in the playoffs like they were supposed to last year. They get to face this year.
Right.
It's very interesting that they didn't happen last year and it is this year. So it'll be interesting how that outcome comes out.
They got COVID looming against them now.
Right. And then there's the Team Waller. I did make that statement in the chat that Team Waller said he sees it as him and Royal Shockers in the final. That's what he saw. That man's opinion. I can't say either here or there if that's going to happen. And we'll see how that goes.
Projections have it his way. But we know what projections say. Ain't that right, Phil, son? So we shall see what happened. Roland's team and I think that was week 3 when we faced each other. And maybe it was week 6. I don't remember.
I think it was week 6. Because week 3
it was week 6. And it was one of those ones where we were like, oh my goodness, we don't know what's going to happen. And then Indianapolis put up 98 points and pushed me over what I needed to do.
I said it several weeks back that he was possibly one of the favorites when he came out there. And actually, you take a look, if you think about it, when bad week for you was really hot earlier on, and he made that bold prediction about how he was going to beat him. He called me up and said, yeah, I got Roland, I'm going to beat him, whatever, I think it was. Or maybe it was Durant. Anyway, they had this little ongoing conversation, and Roland seemed don't say much in the chat, mm-hmm. and my nephew got to talking, and then on Monday night, the thing flipped. and he was on the outside looking in.
Oh, that's when you thought that he had made that sermon from Timothy, coming out of Timothy in the Bible.
That'd have been great.
Oh,
that'd have been great.
That was going to. That was going to just warm my little heart.
But from that point on, we should have took as a league. We should have took him seriously because he put up a lot of points that night and took down Bad Week for You in an amazing fashion. And
with grace and a smile.
And he went on to go on from there. He ended up having a bad week at the end of the season against. I needed him to beat somebody, and he didn't do it. I forgot who it was. It may have been either Phil's son or Ricky on the Run. I don't know who he was. He was supposed to beat somebody. He didn't beat him. He lost the game. And I was like, oh, man, I need him to win that game. But it was all right. Good luck to him and the 4 competitors that are competing for trying to get into the finals.
And then you have the consolation round, which is Ben of B Squared Away. That's gonna be your new. I guess that's your new name.
Ben of B Squared Away.
You done?
Yeah.
Okay. I missed one. For the 5th place team, Jay Dizzo and the Hizzo is facing Phil's son. I don't think they put that out there the last time I looked at this. But then Ben of B Squared Away versus Chiefs Texans, and then Roy's Remarkable versus Rookie on the Run. Also part of that.
Isn't the 11th place game out there?
I was going to say it.
Just
then there's 11th game with Bear Tight and I Like Honey Buns.
Fighting for 11th place.
Projection is only 30 points away, and the highest score is 267. So right now the projections have Chiefs Texans, Roy's Remarkable, I Like Honey Buns, and Phil's Son, and Chiefs Texans, I already said that, winning for all the consolation rounds.
We shall see.
We shall. So, anything else that you want to wrap up?
I don't think that's about it right now.
Is this season everything you thought it was going to be besides the COVID?
No. I thought I was going to win again. No, it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. I was looking to be going back to back. First time somebody went back to back. They have 2-time champions. I wanted to be the first 3-time champion, as well as the first back-to-back champion. That's what I was looking forward to, but it didn't happen that way. So technically, for 2 reasons, I like my wife to win, because it's my wife. I like her to win the whole thing.
Is that more or less because I beat you, so now you want me to go all the way?
No.
Okay.
No. Because it's the fact that you're my wife.
Oh.
And then
Now you love me, huh?
I don't want Team Waller to win because that'll give him 3 victories.
Oh my goodness!
I don't want to have that happen. I want to be the first one to have 3 victories. So,
so what you said was, nephew, do your job.
Nephew got to beat him, and then but at the same time, I don't want nephew to win because if the nephew win, the nephew talk about. I told you it was my season.
Oh, I'm not talking about win at all. I thought you was talking about the next game.
I'm talking about the whole thing.
Got it.
I'm talking about y'all do y'all got to do right now. If he don't make it to the finals, he'll make it to the finals.
Nephew, if you win and I win, I love you, but I want to take you down.
I would like to see I
want to block you.
I would like to see an all Hayes final for 2 years in a row. That'd be nice.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
But again, like I don't.
Hayes here, Hayes there. Let's do it.
And then, unfortunately, I'm gonna say this, but this is not personal at all.
Sounds personal.
I don't want Roland to win because I don't want to have to mail the ring all the way back to Detroit.
He might come get it.
He might, but I'm just saying. I mean, I had to mail the ring to him last time.
Hurt your heart.
Yeah, it hurt my heart. I had to look at it in my hand and have to put it in the bag and sit it on. So, I mean, I got reasons why I don't want either to win. I want my wife to win, but I don't
want Roland to win because that means he beat me this week.
That's true, too. I guess you don't want that to happen, I guess.
Sorry, Roland. Any other time I cheer you on.
If you win, would you be floating around here and walking around?
I would never. But I turn your daggone ring around. Ain't no
Why can they
sit
side by side? Back to back, Hayes.
Well, how about yours turn this way, mine turn this way towards your eye?
You take that personal, I think it.
Yeah, that was rude.
I'm gonna put a tea light next to it so you can just shine during the night when the sun ain't coming through.
if he comes up missing, don't play this video for the cops. How about that?
That's fine.
All right. Well, good luck to everyone this week. I will go through my Thursday games, but guess what? It's already played. So we don't have to worry about that. Do they have games on Saturday?
Yes.
Saturday is Christmas. Yes. So good luck. Make sure you check your rosters. Don't worry about league pick 'em. Ain't no daggone Santa Claus. Don't worry about league pick'ems, because guess what? It's all right. I think the last time I looked, Team Wilder was still in the running for that. So
Ain't nobody did that but him.
no, it was four folks in there. Because I did it one week after I kept saying I forgot. I did it another week. But I think he's winning that. So let's let him win that and not the league. Sorry, Team Wilder. Love ya. All right. God bless y'all. Have a good one. Be
Squared.
squared.
Check out the intro and outro.